Oh, Laura. Hey,
Hello.
Laura.
Hey, get you up there. I'd love to look at this. I don't know, it feels like feelings, but I guess it's thoughts, just to really understand this thing that says like something is wrong, or many things. And that, the body feels wrong, the thoughts feel wrong, the situation feels wrong. Like what the truth of that is.
You can see that it's a perception,
Yeah.
yeah? And we know that like when we go to deep sleep, it disappears. There's nothing in deep sleep. So as we sit here, there's a gentle shift of attention. How do you sense that shift? What do you sense? Just in these, there's no right answer or wrong answer, just how can you describe it?
I mean, the shift is like coming right here,
Mm.
and for some reason there's a struggle to do that outside of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what we've identified now is that when that shift of attention happens, then we just hear. And in our everyday lives, there's a momentum of the filter that is giving a sense of dis-ease, not being at ease. And hard to say exactly what is not at ease, but there's just a general sense of not being at ease. And then our thinking is always looking to try and identify what it is or what it could be, or
Yeah.
it's like so which in some ways just feeds it.
Oh, it absolutely feeds it, yeah.
Yeah. So you could say that filter, that habit of looking through a lens or a filter that produces that sense of me and there's something not okay. It's so familiar. It's been with us most of our lives. And what's happened is that you could say luck or grace. There's been moments of seeing that it is what that it is a filter, that it's a habit.
Is it one
Yes.
or is it many?
Well, I would say one.
Yeah. And then within that one, there's many.
In that one, as soon as our thinking tries to identify what
Yeah.
is, how come there's this sense that there's something not okay, and often it carries with it like an existential component. So it feels like our survival is somehow at risk or threatened.
Mm.
And also, because of that existential aspect, it's tricky to not go with it because it feels like we're going to die. Usually, maybe not consciously, but at some subconscious level, that's how it registers, you could say. Just out of curiosity, do you have a possibility of going to gallery view on the device you're on?
Yeah.
Okay. So just curious how many people know the sense that there's something wrong somewhere. You can't quite put your finger on it, and it somehow, yeah. It's very common, just by the way. You can see it. It's like a lot of people that have their cameras on are responding. And that was only just to see that it's not you alone. It's pretty generic. It'll play out in different people differently, you could say, but it's common. It's really, really common.
And it is that, like you said, that it's really existential, like that really deep sense that, yeah, there's something many things really wrong.
Yeah. So there's many, it's, I'd say it's in our culture. If you watch the news or you look at newspapers or you see the way our systems have been oriented is very fear-based. And then, but earlier on than that, there's what they call a secure attachment. If your parents didn't have it, they couldn't give you secure attachment, which is just basically a physical sense of everything's okay, all is well.
Mm.
So, it's an unwinding, you could say, and I just say it how it seems to me. It's recognizing, okay, yes, there's something playing subconsciously, unconsciously. If it is up to you, it would not be there.
Mm. Yeah, and it is like unconscious because it's so clever. Like I had a few days where everything was okay and I felt like I was opening to the situation, and then the last 3 days my body has just completely gone into so much pain and discomfort and tiredness, and then that creates all this stuff that there's something wrong. So there was obviously stuff going on underneath that wasn't really okay, and it was just trying to be okay because it thinks after it's done so much of this, it would be able to cope with a big change in life.
Yeah, but if you look, I would say it's been the thread through your whole life. It's not, so it's just that you're definitely getting more in touch with it and more able to speak it and watch how it functions. So
I'm not quite sure I do understand how it functions exactly.
well, it's just a habit of attention. It's like it's like looking through, like no different than wearing rose-colored glasses. It's always seeing the world through this fear-based orientation. So again, a lot of times you'll find that it's runs in your family. You can find it either in your father, your mother. That was a habit, you could say, that was passed down through your family lineage. But then it's also in the culture. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's pretty
everywhere.
intense where I am.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know where I was going to go with that. Yeah.
So it's a feeling. That habit of attention, you could say, produces a feeling that has an existential component. And so the moment there's an existential component to it, our thinking tries to help us, and it revs up. It's on steroids, so to speak. And so, we'll have moments where it gets a little bit less, but that's the default that our nervous system is used to.
And trying to figure out what it needs, and being in a new environment with different things, knowing how to like find what it needs and negotiate and speak and and it doesn't actually know.
Yeah. So just in these few minutes of resting here together, you've experienced where things, you could say, got quiet.
Yeah, but then the minute it goes into interaction or it goes into something, it's trying to become something again, and then it's back in it doesn't know.
So that's its habit.
Yeah.
It's trying to know. It's trying to figure it out. It hasn't recognized that it's okay not to do anything. That mechanism, you could say.
The question comes, is that possible when there's, I don't know, interaction happening and things that have to be done? Can it not have to do anything?
So you can ask that question, but no matter what answer you get, unless it's your own experience, it's just an answer. It doesn't do anything.
So I feel like there's something that doesn't have to do anything at any time, even when things are happening. But yeah, I have no idea what that is.
So on a mental level, my sense is you're pretty clear. as we resting it together, there's also communication, nervous system to nervous system. Oftentimes that's overlooked. We don't pay attention to it. Just in your own noticing, your own feeling. What's the conversation? If it's possible, maybe you can put it into words, just nervous system to nervous system.
I mean, there isn't really one. It's just there's full permission. There's like full permission to not know, to be, to have all those things happening, but it's fine.
When you tune into that conversation, how does it feel? How does this moment feel?
I mean, it's very much at the moment, this is a body experience. So like the body's been like this for days, and now I'm just starting to feel the slight relaxation of all of that stress in my body.
And how does that feel?
It feels like a massive load I've been carrying is just starting to drop down a bit, but it's still heavy, but it's moving more down.
You sense more flow in your system? And again, it's just yes or no. It's a question to
I think it's been holding so tight and so heavy that it's not quite in flow yet, but it's starting to come out a little bit again.
Yeah, cool. Is there any enjoyment in meeting like this?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And is it okay to enjoy that enjoyment?
Until the next moment.
Just this moment.
This moment is fine.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. Oh, your turn. Yeah, your turn.
Hi, Isaac. Um, I, hmm, it's beautiful to be like this. And there's a thing I've I don't know how to describe exactly. There's a reduced interest in activity, in meeting people, in whatever. It's it's a bit funny. Like
I'd say it's very natural, my man. It's just, we, yeah,
I wonder what you know. It's just changing. It's a slow process, actually.
mm,
Some time already.
mm.
Hmm. Sometimes I think with Andrea, it's beautiful always, and then there's a big gap, and sometimes I think maybe I should diversify a bit, but it's just thoughts. Hmm. Yeah, just to share it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, Maria. Hi, Maria.
Yes.
just for fun, how would you describe the conversation between the nervous systems?
There's something which is together. It's only seen. I'm not sure if it's possible to describe. Here it is fine. It's firing happen. While speaking, it's getting hot in the body. And so on and so on. And it seems like something is it's like a searching, but it's not really a searching for like this deepening of that was this system here now, so this life here now. And the last days there was a question about this. Simply question, what is this I am? And then the idea came, Isaac, could me help? Say something that it can grab it. And it's not possible to grab it. This is also clear. But I can only speak for this system here, for this what's going on here.
I have to say, somehow we've been conditioned to think and to trust thinking.
Yeah.
And
It brings this question, and immediately there starts, I have to get an answer.
And that, what that brings up is doubt, basically.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a doubt. I think more for here, there's fun about looking or searching, but it's not really searching. There's fun to like it could get deepening, because in daily life it's not always like here, and like could deepening for daily life. And then this question come up, I could ask Isaac, and it's only remembering to get deeper. Maybe
moment by moment by moment by moment. Because we taken, we're talking about habits that have played, and letting somehow the nervous system is okay. Those habits are, they mean well, but they're not necessary. Really not. It's okay to rest and just simply be. Like for most of us, we've been taught to trust, mistrust. And so we always kind of, it's a funny habit, but I mean, invited to rest and just meet this moment as the beloved, as God as it gets.
There's nothing to hold on for. It is.
Christian. Hey, Christian.
Hi, Isaac. Maybe it's a similar conversation than we had just now. So it's always the same and yet very refreshing. Sameness. So I wanted to speak with you about the habit I find myself very often in doing the right thing. So is it better now to maybe do this kriya or to read that text? To feel, to rest more in the moment, to feel more the streams. And actually, as I just said, I wouldn't call it funny habit, more painful habit, but
Painful, yeah. I understand.
I understand what you mean with funny habit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I don't know how billion times. Right now, I think I have realized a bit more about connected back, and in 2 seconds something is happening, and then and sometimes then it feels very, very easy to reconnect, and sometimes seems impossible. I wonder if you could speak maybe a bit more to that. Maybe not.
Yeah. It seems like if I have to speak about the human experience, yeah, somehow like I'm spending time with this little 6-day-old baby, and it's just no constructs at all, no concepts, nothing. It's just and then these other beings that are now 3 and going on maybe 5, and as sweet as the parents are, just watching the different conditionings that are happening with no bad intention. It's always with good intention. And just watching the programs starting to become habits in these little nervous systems. And it's so amazing to watch it happening. And because there's no interest to hear anything about any of it, so nothing comes out of me to speak about it. It's just watching it happening, just watching and seeing this movie unfold, you could say. It's like quite amazing. So it's interesting, you know, to kind of, we talk about consciousness, and if I looked at the consciousness that's here now, 2026, compared to say 1950s or the 19, you know, like how the perspective has shifted in general. I don't think it's necessarily in a good way or a bad way, just watching, you know, it's like different information, different pace of living. Just kind of rolling along, you know, and it looks like there's separation and all the rest of it. But when I really look deeply, there is none. It never has been, never can be. And it's just this life living itself as trees, as everything, everywhere, dust, bacteria, just all these different aspects of the same, actually. And then somehow, don't know how it happens, but an interest comes in what's real, what's true, you know. So it's just like starting to look through, like you just asked, like there's this habit of wanting to do the right thing. Wow, what an interesting. That little baby surely doesn't have that, and doesn't know it. You could say, yeah, but already at 3, and you know, like his brothers and sisters, they're already in that kind of trying to please, trying to, you know. So it seems, you know, somewhere we just get pulled to keep quiet.
Yeah. Seems to be the only thing that makes sense.
At least here, anyway.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Rishi.
Hi. To reach this satsang, and when you started with just a shift in the habit of attention, becomes so clear this lens. We used to look through. And somehow through this lens, I go through this society. There's some difficulty.
Yeah, for sure. Look, any lens is going to produce a set of difficulties. No, without a doubt. You know, and that's the thing, is like it's those habits have been with us almost all our lives. And so it's rare that we have a moment where there's just nothing. It's just no lens that we know, nothing we're looking through. There's just being. And to me, that's why being is so powerful, because we have a direct experience that it's
Somehow I perceive a reaction from some people.
yeah, for sure. You know, that's what that's you know, like whatever habit of attention there is in us will bounce off everybody that it meets. You know, it's like, just to give an example, if something in us has a habit of looking through a filter of feeling separate, what that means then is that instead of feeling completely in tune with everyone around us, there'll be, I would say, a fear-based habit. So it would see everybody through that lens. And of course, it's going to get a response.
Especially in so-called dissociated fields.
Everywhere, yeah.
So just to rest in these situations, some function. I have some difficult to grab that.
You know, it's just
Not in a word.
that resting is a kiss to the whole field, you know. So
So when I understand correct in this resting, let's just for fun say in a dissociated field, a true resting sends out some waves. And
absolutely. It's an invitation. It's a very, very clear invitation. So, yeah. But with no intention, there's no preaching, there's nothing. It's just resting. It's not looking for acknowledgement. It's not looking to be seen. It's not looking to be anything. It's just interested in being.
so I stay with my interest, and somehow there's the wish or the need to come out of this survival pattern, this harmonious function of the brain, this balance. And somehow I can make it when I do my structure of meditation. And then I'm in this field and I notice by myself, I do my thing.
So when you're speaking right now, it sounds like you're asking for permission to continue with what you're doing, or you want feedback on it or something.
Okay. Maybe I want feedback. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the desire to come out of this survival fear and survival.
Yeah, but by continuing in fear and survival, that's the thing. It's like that everything you're talking about is that fear and survival pattern. Resting, it's not even here, doesn't exist.
Resting does not exist in survival patterns.
In the resting, there is no survival pattern. It's just resting. But somehow you have the idea that you have to do something to get to resting. That's not resting. But somehow there's a there's a belief that you need to do that in order to rest. Omkar. Okay.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
I wanted to ask you um, what your experience is, or what your system experiences sitting in front of all of us.
What I love actually about it is that it invites deep resting in me.
Did I hear you correctly just then? You said there's deep rest in you. Is that what you said?
It invites a deep resting in me. Yeah, because somehow, in a way, that's my function in these meetings. It's just to rest. Actually, it's not. There's no. So, yeah, it's kind of like a beautiful reminder. And so it's like as that resting happens, it's like it kind of shines a light on the usual habits that make it feel like there's something not okay or something like that. That normally don't get seen. They're so familiar, they're so habitual. But when we rest like this together, it's like, and there's a sense of safety because there's no trying to change you or fix you or teach you or anything. You know, it's just recognizing that same intelligence functioning everywhere, and then seeing how conditioning and other stuff has been overlaid on that. And in that resting, that becomes less interesting, I would say, and more obvious. And so, just the flow of nervous system to nervous system becomes more interesting than thinking.
Would you say that another way to describe nervous system to nervous system is it's just a flow of energy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's an interesting flow because it's like in usual social interactions, there's some sense of separation, but like this, there is no separation. There's just, I mean, if I have to say, it's like love, loving love. It's the most exquisite love dance in a certain way. It doesn't always start out that way. It somehow take a few moments till the nervous system recognizes it's okay to enjoy like that.
Mm.
And then in that enjoyment, it's like the nervous system is learning. It's learning that it's okay to be like that. And it doesn't need any special condition to be like that. It's just natural. It's
If someone was to release trauma with you, is your experience much the same, or does that trauma somehow move through your nervous system as well?
I think everything moves through it. It's like it's we feel each other deeply. It's like that's the beauty of it's like whenever there's been something playing in us that when it meets another nervous system and that nervous system wants to get away from it, it creates ripples. But when there's nothing that wants to get away, that old information somehow settles. It's not, it doesn't get fed in a way. It's like
It's just in the desire to move away, that it somehow
The good
sustains.
state. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question. Mhm. So too. Yeah.
Hello, beloved.
Mhm.
Like how about you like actually say the days like one the it's one people, no, I don't know.
Change. If you want to, you don't need to, but if you want to speak, you need to unmute yourself. That little red button on the bottom left of your screen.
there's a sense of being deeply touched by the sharings and I notice how there's a peace surrounding the apparent stupidity of the person and the stubbornness, Sometimes they're feeling could be the stupidest person in the world, but
I think
Yes,
in a way,
yeah,
all personalities are in a way, if it's
Yeah.
stupid.
yeah,
It's not who we are. Yeah.
yeah. And the paradox of this. Yeah. Because I go out and I look. It's like clear that inside things is this some power living us, and it sounds mad and weird, but that's yeah, yeah. I feel a tenderness and certain tears will come. That words fail it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Manage gratitude. Thanks. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Feet. Some are after but feet now. Hey, feet.
Good evening, Isaac. I heard Papaji saying sometime, what is there except laughter? And then, yeah, it's, this is an attempt to really sincerely, seriously, and very seriously say a thank you to you. And it's, of course, not possible to, I can never pay this back. And then, giggling all the time, all day long, and going to sleep with laughter and ease and rising. And wow, again, where does this joy come from? And is it now Satchitananda? And then a big laughter about this thought, and so on and so on. And it's all experience anyways, nothing but, so to say, stupid experience. But what do we have? Nothing. Anyways, this is much talking from feet side now. Sorry, excuse me. And also, well, and then Isaac, seeing you in your role here, in your Giovanni, in your so huge kindness, and noticing of all these beautiful people, looking for finding their way through non-existent illusion. anyways. Better shut up. Not much to say. Yeah. Thank you so much. So much. So.
Sonia.
Hello. Hi,
Hi, Sonia.
and thank you, Feet. Somehow the question came, is there a difference, this conversation through the nervous systems, when I'm, so to say, online with you, or when I'm quiet, sitting and looking just? And I don't feel that there is a difference. It's yeah, maybe, of course, when I'm online, then I'm excited and so on. But it's yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, it's because I'm for some days it's the sea is very wavy. It's drowning and coming up again. And yeah, how to say it? Sometimes the fear is so strong that I really get rigid and cannot move any way, and then suddenly it's gone. And I'm happy, and I'm here, and yeah. And the thing is that last week Shantam got the diagnosis that he has a very dangerous kind of prostate cancer. And since that started, of course, yeah, for me, and yeah, anyway, this process of fear and panic somehow, yeah, and always getting, and this is a very good thing, always getting this silent.
What kind of cancer did you say it was?
Prostate.
Prostate. Okay.
Prostate. I don't know in English. Yes, no. But mostly they are not so dangerous. But he has the most dangerous type, and he has to get an operation or some treatment very soon. Yeah, and this is also the process. What treatment and so on. Yeah, it's very exciting somehow, and it feels that also to be more here than no in this moment. Then it's also yes. It's I just wanted to share it. Yeah, it's good. And I always know your love. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
routine. Okay.
Hello, Isaac. Hi, everybody.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, Rishi. Hey, Rishi. I don't hear you. You are unmuted, but I don't hear you. Alexandra.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Alexandra.
Hi, I have a practical question. Are you planning to do an online celebration again?
At some point, at the moment, I have the kids and there's no real times that work well
Right.
for a week long. So it's in my mind, but it's just not so practical at the moment.
Okay. I understand. Okay, then I just wait and see.
Yeah. Me too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Cheers. Mm. Thank you, Bettina, for hosting. Thank you all for being here. Love, peace, beauty. Mm.